Now, this is something that's been going around on VidMe right now, and even though it can apply to any social media platform, I'm going to specifically address VidMe for most of this video because that's where we're seeing a current resurgence. Now, the idea of follow for follow goes way back, where someone says they'll follow you if you follow them, thus increasing both people's followers. Lather, rinse, repeat. The problem is, these follows really don't mean anything. I mean, I guess it depends on why you're doing it. If all you care about is getting a warm fuzzy, seeing your follower numbers going up, knock yourself out. You just have to remember that those numbers are a lie. They don't represent people who care about your content. They don't represent people who give a damn about your message. They're just a way to game the system. I remember a long time ago on Facebook, and this might still go on since I don't pay any attention to Facebook whatsoever, but a while back, there was this big thing about paying for Facebook followers. You pay a certain amount of money, and this company will have a certain number of people follow your account. And the same thing goes on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm sure just about every other site out there that allows followers. The problem is, none of those follows actually matter unless you're just trying to game the system. And that's why Facebook and Twitter try to crack down on it. And I know it's done for money. The more people you have following you, the more people want to follow you because it looks like you're popular. It's a scam to get more ad revenue because you get clueless people checking you out all the time. If you just want to make a buck and cheat the rubes, I guess it works. I've got no respect for you, but hey, do whatever you want as long as they let you get away with it. But if you're like me and actually want the people who follow you to like what you're doing and embrace your message, it's a complete waste of time because the people who follow you back just because you followed them, they're not going to watch your videos. They're not going to read your tweets. They're not going to care. This is where you get content creators who have 1 million followers, but only 5,000 views on their videos, because the followers are not invested in the content. They're not interested in the message. They follow solely to follow, and they may not have seen anything you've done in years. So I ask you, other than the scam aspect, what are you actually getting out of an audience who has no vested interest in your ideas? Not a damn thing. You won't get people who want to interact with you, who will comment on your videos and retweet your tweets. They won't care because they don't watch. Because they don't care. They're not going to help spread the word. They're not going to share your content. They're not going to tell their friends. They're not going to hold conversations in your comments. They're not going to do anything but be empty numbers. Is that what you want? Honestly, there's a big difference between appearing popular and being popular. And really, you shouldn't care about either, especially on the internet. Now, I've said before how I think following people online is really stupid. We should all be following ideas, not individuals. I will only follow someone that I want to hear from, and that means I follow a hell of a lot fewer people than follow me. I care about your content, not being part of your herd. And that's why on VidMe, I don't follow a lot of people. Yet. Because I haven't seen enough content that I care enough about to follow. Now on YouTube, I follow people only because I want to watch their videos. On Twitter, I follow people only because I want to read their tweets. If you don't produce content I care about, why in the world would I want to follow you? But then again, I don't friend people I'm not actually friends with. Luckily, Facebook actually bans people from making friend requests for a time if they get out of hand, because people don't treat friends like they're actually friends any more than they treat followers like they're actual followers. Far too often, this is just a meaningless game of one-upsmanship where having more empty numbers than someone else is supposed to mean something. And it doesn't! So what do you think? Do you agree with me that empty followers just makes the whole follow system absurd? If there isn't some kind of personal investment in the content or in the individual, why in the world should you follow them? And why would the individual want you to? It makes no sense to me. Let me know your views in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all again later.
Everything changes.